And today we're going to look at sharing ratio. So put a title and underline it in your book, please. And our first question is, share 18 counters in the ratio 5:1. So I've got some Lego that I'm going to use to represent counters. And I'm going to split them in the ratio 5:1. So what that means is every time I put 5 counters here, I need to put 1 counter on the other side. And then again, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go 5 on one side, 1 on the other, and I keep going until I've got no more counters, or in this case Lego, left. Once I've done that, all I'm going to do is count how many I've got of each. So 5, 10, 15, and 1, 2, 3. So I've split the counters in a ratio 15:3. Now that's good if I've only got a few, but the questions we're going to look at are going to be a lot bigger numbers, and I won't be able to use Lego to split this. So share 200 in the ratio 2:3. So every time you see the word share, I want you to draw some boxes out because that will help us. So I want to share, and I'm going to draw 2 boxes out to represent this 2, and then directly underneath I'm going to draw out 3 boxes. I'm going to share or split 200 into these 5 boxes. So 200 divided by how many boxes I've drawn out, which gets me 40. I put 40 in each box. Now once I've done that, I can add each row up. 80. This one is 120. I could have just done 3 times 40. So this is now 80 to 120. So I've drawn my boxes, divided the amount by how many boxes they were, wrote that value in each box, and then added each row up. Can you try the one on the right hand side, please? So we've got that word share again, so that's going to tell me to draw some boxes out. And I draw the boxes in the ratio. 7 on the top, and then 3 on the bottom. Make sure that you put the first part of the ratio at the top and the second part at the bottom. That'll be important, and I'll show you why in the next question. So we need to split 120 into, I have 10 boxes, so I get 12. I put 12 in each box, and then add each row. As I said before, it'll be quicker. 7 times 12 is 84. 3 times 12 is 36. So now the answer is 84 to 36. If I add these 2 values up, I will always get the original number. Okay, let's have a little look at this worded problem at the bottom. Abby, Ben and Carl share £1,200 in the ratio 5:3 to 4. So we're going to draw out our boxes because I've seen that word share and I've got my ratio. So I'm going to draw 5 boxes, 3 boxes, and then finally 4 boxes, making sure it's all in the correct order. Now the top row represents Abby. I'm just going to put A there, I'm just going to label it, and that's because Abby is the first name. The second name is Ben, so the 3 boxes represent Ben's share. And finally, Carl has 4 boxes, so I'm going to put a C here to represent Carl. So now I'm going to do 1,200 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 boxes, which is 100. So put 100 in each box. And then I'm going to add each row up. So the first row will be 500, the next row 300, and the final row 400. So I can see that Abby gets 500, Ben gets 300, and Carl gets £400. In the question it says, how much does Carl get? So my answer is Carl, who gets £400. Right, pause the video and have a go at the your turn question. So Rachel, Sam and Tom share 80 sweets in the ratio 1 to 3 to 6. How many sweets does Sam get? So I'm going to draw out my boxes. And 6. And I label them. So the first person is Rachel, the second person is Sam, and the third person is Tom. I think I'd like to be Tom in this scenario. So 80 divided by how many boxes there are, which is 10. So 8 goes in each box. Add each row together. So Rachel gets 8 sweets, Sam gets 24 sweets, and finally Tom gets a lot of sweets, 48 sweets. So in the question it says, how many sweets does Sam get? And that answer is 48. So Sam is 48 sweets. Upload your answers to Hegarty to Teams and then answer the Hegarty Maths questions. Thank you.